Welcome back to JD's Rips, Breaks, and Collectibles.
So now we are continuing with the Topps Chrome Black Star Wars 2024. All right, so each set you are getting 2 encased cards, a short print insert, or an insert. I'm not sure if it's limited to just short prints, super short prints, but some type of insert, and an autograph, and then a 4-card pack, which if you wanted to see us open that, there is the unboxing video of that.
Now, before you go into that, I think it's really important for us to start off with, you're getting 1 pack, 4 cards, and 2 special encased cards. John, how much did this cost?
I was going to hold off, but since you asked, I got this directly from Topps when they listed on the website, so no markup value. This is what Topps is selling it for on their website. It is $139.99.
So,
let's call it $140.
$140 for 6 cards. Just keep that in mind for the rest of this. Part of my value for this is going to be how much you spent.
What's it worth?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
And now, John was about to pick up a very unique card.
So, I mean, it's nice. We got a gold. We got to add a 50. But as Daryl was very carefully picking up the card,
the corner just
rolled right off. So, if this was not a numbered card, if this was a base card, and you were paying a couple dollars per card, I wouldn't be as upset. But again, this is 6 cards for $140, and this is a numbered card. That shouldn't be happening on a brand new card.
So, John, are we selling this card?
I don't want it. Do you? I mean, even if it wasn't in this condition, I wouldn't want it. Would you want it?
So the thing I was going to say as a benefit to the set was how thick these cards feel.
Yes,
they feel very premium.
They do.
But I am now very curious. If I peel that more, does the text come off with it? Is all of that just show for how thick it is if it's all just a plastic film holding the card, or like what gives the card meaning to it?
So I can see the very bottom of the T for the Topps company is actually printed on the card. So this is just a protective layer. But of course, you don't want your protective layer, number one, coming off, which obviously it's doing. And considering we started making this video less than 2 minutes after we made the unboxing video, this didn't go anywhere.
Less than 60 seconds, actually.
Yeah,
we just jumped right into this.
Literally, we set up the stand and the cards, and that was it. So, as a Topps product, and that's not necessarily a reflection of this product itself, but a quality control issue. But of course, you would want good quality control with all products, but especially this expensive of a product. Chrome, it's better than the average paper product right off the bat. Black is supposed to be much more exclusive. They spend more time. I think they, generally speaking, look better. But, yeah, you don't want that happening.
Right. And in terms of why I talk about the thickness of the card, they feel really premium. Anyone who watched the show knows that I play a lot of Magic. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! I play Pokemon. Those cards are not specifically premium in terms of thickness. So when you open the cards, when you use the cards, you always have this mental image in your mind of, let's not bend the corners. Let's not crease it. Let's not do any of these things. With these cards being so thick, they almost felt like metal. Almost. It's a really thick cardboard. The issue being, when I went to pick it up, I still treated it like a traditional card. Because I see these inside of these very nice casings. And I felt that plastic peel. And I can't tell you when it happened. So we wasn't really touching the card. We wasn't doing anything with it. I moved it from here to here. And it's... Again, this is more of like quality control. I don't know how you would really fix this. Maybe the glue wasn't completely set on one side of this specific card. But it almost makes me think that maybe just the normal cardboard would have been better.
So I wouldn't agree with that aspect of it because I mean I do like the chrome products, the black. Obviously, it's a step up. So comparing the thickness to a basic Pokemon card, I mean, you can see it's significantly thicker. There really is a difference between the two cards. But again, this is a much. I'm not going to say it's necessarily a premium product, but it's up there.
Right, but now it's just for me. I have this self doubt, right? So if I were going to send one of these to get graded, are they going to open that case? And am I going to be disappointed because the corner is peeling, but I couldn't tell because it's in a protective case?
Right, and we'll go back. And if there is any obvious when we made the original unboxing video, if it's obvious that that corner was already starting to flake, I'll put it in. Typical pack. It's a 4-card pack. Very similar to. Yeah, it may have been. I really don't know, to be honest with you, but it shouldn't be doing it less than 3 minutes after it's outside of its box.
Okay, but now talking about outside of the defect of one card.
Yes.
I was very happy to see that at least the cards we got were characters that we more or less knew. With the exception of one card that they didn't put where she came from. I did immediately get it as Clone Wars. I think they could have definitely chose something where she had both of her lightsabers.
That would have been a much better image, for sure.
But the thing that I had against them before is the use of blurry images. And I don't know if it's just my eyesight, but his face isn't as crisp as it could be.
No, it's definitely not. I mean, it's so okay. To bring it back to, we opened the regular Chrome products for Star Wars, a hobby box, and we had a Han Solo. It was a base card, but still Han Solo, one of the more desirable characters, and his image was ridiculously blurry. Now, this image, it's not. It's nowhere near the issue that we had with Harrison Ford's face, but yeah, I mean, honestly, this looks better on camera, I think, than it does off camera. A quick glance, I probably wouldn't have thought anything of it, to be perfectly honest with you. But one thing to remember, too, is Snoke was a CGI character.
Yeah.
So that probably plays a factor into it.
But what do you think of the product? Because right now I'm really chickpeeing this. This is not really suiting me for a 6-card value.
So, and that's kind of one of the arguments for a more premium product, right? How much more are they considering the value of these cards because they put a case over them? I'm not going to break the label, but yeah, to me, these looks like, yeah, they are. Yep, they are the typical BCW magnetic cases, which is fine. BCW makes great products. No argument there. But I'm not like, oh, hey, they threw it in a case, so this card is worth, from a consumer, not a resell, not a breaker, just a consumer standpoint, is this card worth twice as much because they put a, whatever these are, $1.50 cover over it? No, absolutely not. The one thing I can say that is a nice aspect is these are, generally speaking, going to be your chase cards, the auto and the super short prints. Or excuse me, this is just a short print. Yep, SP16 short print. So those are more chase cards. They have more both financial value and, generally speaking, collectability because they go hand in hand for the most part. So I do like that they are kind of sort of guaranteeing you that, yes, these cards are protected. They're in good shape. But, of course, you'd be terrified if you wanted to get these graded, if you were to remove them, and that was to happen immediately after.
And not even if that happened immediately after. I'm sorry, I know we wasn't going back to it. But let's say you went to your local game store that's going to send it in for grading. Who's to say that didn't happen with them and they didn't notice? Or that happened during transit and, it's just friction inside of the case.
Yeah.
It's
temperature change. There's a lot of things.
Because I would honestly be fighting if I got that back and didn't notice that wasn't my card.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. But yeah, I mean, getting back to just the general. Now let's see. One thing I didn't look at. So, all right, this is gonna. So this is not an on-card auto. This is a sticker auto, which is gonna be very difficult to see.
Are you telling me they used an auto pen?
I know. I don't think that's the case. I hope not. So it should still be recognized by PSA and all the other wonderful grading services from a legal standpoint. But again, for how expensive this product is, even though it's a guaranteed auto, but considering what you're paying per card, a guaranteed auto, I would want it to be an on card. I would not want it to be a sticker auto. Not the end of the world as far as, for me personally, on card versus sticker doesn't really make a huge difference. But for the price of the product, yeah, I would want more. All right, so you're going to see the screen change in a second. We're going to introduce our new grading system. Okay, now are we going to count the damage as part of our review or not?
I'm going to say, to be fair, we're going to pretend like there is no damage.
That sounds good.
And if there is no damage, at $130?
Yep.
For 6 cards. And if I wasn't mistaken, none of the sealed ones was a number card, and then the signature was an auto pen sticker.
Not auto pen, but it was a sticker.
Well, do we really know the voice actress signed each sticker? Or was the sticker a print?
So when you look, generally speaking, they're supposed to be, but when you do look at the card, it does say top certified autograph issue. So
I'm just wondering if the actual artist sat and signed each sticker before they were placed on.
So they usually, what they do is they give them a sheet and they sign the sheet. So they sign, whatever it is, 40, 50 stickers per sheet. They sign those.
Okay. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, I gotta say, so this is going to be taking Star Wars out of account for me.
And again, this is personally opinionated.
Right.
So it's not the product itself, it's also how we feel.
So with the damage, it would be one step lower, but without the damage, you're looking at...
So you're salty. It's a P.
I am pretty salty. I think for that amount of money, getting only 4 cards and 2 of them having a drastically higher value than 4 of them, you're looking at on average $20 a card, and then the other ones are $30 to $40 a card in theory.
Well, the base cards, you're not really making anything. They may be worth a couple bucks, but...
Right, but in terms of value out of the pack, if I was going to split it up evenly, you're not getting your money's worth.
You're not.
You're not. Statistically, you won't.
You never really are. It's all, this is all chance. Let's be realistic. It's all chance, but...
unless if they put that sticker on the wrong card, so you have a 1 of 1, it's not worth the money.
Well, and it is one thing to point out too, example, the auto cards. There's different variations. There's gold autos, etc., etc. But of course, the odds of you getting the gold auto, the out of 10s, the out of 50s, it's significantly lower. Yeah, I hate to do this for our first video, but unfortunately, we're gonna be tied. I'm with you. I'm salty about it a little bit. Now, I did research the product a little bit before we bought it. Obviously, this is for entertainment. This is for seeing the merchandise, the availability, what you can get. But yeah, if I was doing this for personally collecting, no. This is undoubtedly one of the things where if there was something I truly wanted, I would go on eBay, I would spend the money there and not feel like the risk is worth it, which generally speaking, you're probably not going to feel the risk is worth it with a pack. But in addition to the risk not being worth it, there's not enough in here where I would ever feel like I could get enough cards that I'd be happy with, that I was happy I spent $140. But that's me.
And just to be clear, we got the 2024 pack. I'm assuming it's because the 2025 either A didn't come out or B was scalped instantly.
No. So it's funny, like if you buy a car, right? In the year 2024, you're going to be buying the year 2025. Topps is, for whatever reason, doing the opposite, and in the year 2025, we're getting 2024 products. There's a lot of reasons for that. I don't know if this has always been like this, but it's just the way it is right now.
Okay. Well, even so, I'm still pretty salty. I'm not chickpeed, but
No.
I don't think it's completely worth it. If you are a Star Wars fan, which I am like a pseudo fan, I watch it once a month or once a year. I'm still salty.
No, and I am a legitimate, obviously the newer stuff, that's an argumentative aspect, but I am legitimately a Star Wars fan. Obviously there's certain aspects of it that I haven't watched, like I haven't watched I watched the original Cartoon Network 3-minute Clone Wars things religiously, but I haven't watched the animated series, so I'm not a super fan or a diehard fan, but I enjoy it. But yeah, this product, independently, I would not spend the money on it.
Now, between chickpeas and A to Z, what would you choose? Let us know in the comments below.
Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.